Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. And before I talk about what the video will be about, I just want to thank everyone for subscribing and leaving comments and likes. I started making videos it's been about 4 days since my last video, or my first video. So it's been 4 days and I've been getting pretty good feedback. Positive feedback from everyone, and I really appreciate that, so thank you very much. And so for today, we'll be doing another pick a card reading, and today it'll be a topic about money, so we'll leave it very broad and general. We'll ask about a situation of money in May, and then if you guys like the video, and it gets a lot of comments and likes, then maybe we could dig more into it about money, the topic of money for me. So I'll shuffle the cards a bit. Messages for money in May. What are messages? Money in May 2018. What are the messages? Messages in May for money. So here are the cards. Take the time to relax and breathe. Concentrate on your breathing at this point, and choose whichever card resonates with you the most, whichever one seems the most appealing to you. This is the first card, second card, and third card. I'll leave the timestamps in the description box below. So take your time and don't think too much about it. Just go with the flow, whatever you're feeling. Just choose a card. Okay, so we have the first card. And we have the Princess of Wands as the first card. Not sure if you could see that. Princess of Wands. Princess of Wands. What are the money messages for Princess of Wands in May 2018? This is also known as the Page of Wands, if you're wondering. Messages. Excuse me. So usually I don't do reversals, but today I will. And usually, to this card, to me, usually is kind of talking about discovery, a new direction in life, a new beginning of some sort. So I feel like many of you have been actually starting your own business, or have been trying to get into maybe starting your own business, maybe a partnership, or maybe you're signing partnerships with other people in business, starting your own online shop, maybe even getting into real estate, something very kind of taking matters into your own hands when it comes to money. And maybe many of you are a little bit disappointed, and because it's proving to be very difficult. Maybe you're dealing with someone who's difficult, or perhaps, or actually maybe a lot of you already started this business and you aren't getting the amount of sales you expected, or maybe it's going really slow and you're working very hard but not getting much in return for your hard work. But I don't sense a big failure. I think the message for this card in money is to kind of like, is whatever the problem is with money this month, or if there is, make sure you kind of catch the reason why really quickly. And I think you will, and you kind of already. You're a very smart person. I get the sense that you're actually pretty good at managing money, for the most part. I really get the sense that you're really good at managing money. And something like this is going to be kind of easy for you to fix, but it's kind of like a problem. It's very annoying. I could see that I feel like right now is going to be a time of experimenting, growth. These setbacks that you may be experiencing with money, perhaps maybe you need extra cash, or maybe I really get the sense it's a new business that you guys are trying to kind of venture out on. And so with all these setbacks, I feel like it's going to inspire you to try something new. Like maybe you're recognizing that, okay, I'm not getting enough sales, so I gotta learn more about marketing and learn really fun ways to market your products. Or maybe one of you are trying to get into a new business, and it's now's the opportunity for you to learn more about this business. So that's really exciting too. And so with all that in mind, it's just a beginning of new things to come. Many of you have already a daytime job, but you're kind of venturing out to maybe even seek a new career path, or even contemplating on a new career path. And for many of you, not all, but for some of you who are looking for work right now, there are setbacks in finding this job or getting that goal that you're trying to achieve, but it's not a huge setback. It is just a slowly kind of I don't know, I just want to say the wagon is getting pulled very slowly, not because of you, but just because of what the universe has planned for you. But yeah, many of you are really afraid, and these setbacks are coming from fears. You're afraid to move forward. You're afraid to make a risk, which I don't encourage anyone to. I'm not going to tell anyone to make a risk when it comes to finances, of course. I would always encourage someone to, obviously put the work and research in before you do anything like that. But definitely, yeah, there's a lot of fears right now that's kind of holding you back into taking that huge step, whatever that is, for money. Some of you are afraid of there's many reasons of fear. Maybe self-doubt. If that's the case, really work on affirmations. Build a confidence and get that self-doubt out of you. Or some of you want to earn more money, but at the same time, you don't have the energy. You're just so tired. That's actually the first thing that just came to me. I'm not first thing, but that's the feeling I got right now, really strongly. Is that you're tired and you're worried that if you do set out into these new ventures, you're worried that you won't have enough energy to keep up with life and everything else. So there's also a lot of fear in that. And also some of you are partnered with somebody who you're making money with, and it's been really difficult to work with them because they're very pessimistic, they're very moody, they're very hard to work with. So I guess the message for this month is to really focus on, even though these things feel like setbacks, look at it as an opportunity to grow more and to have more fun with the idea and to create the solution, because there is a solution. It's going to come for sure, because look at the photo. This man is giving this a very young girl like this kind of like a rod, and that rod represents success, creations, creativity. This symbolizes all. It also symbolizes maturity, adulthood, and higher education, higher growth. So, not that I'm saying that, well, you know what, with this in reverse, yeah, someone you're dealing with could be very immature, and that could be it too. But when this is in reverse, it's kind of like saying this will come, but a little bit slower. It will take time. But I think more so May isn't, for most of you who chose this card, isn't like the big money cash windfall, but it's definitely like the steps are there, the building blocks. You're kind of climbing yourself up there slowly, and that's really exciting because not many people can say that, so I think you should really commend yourself for whatever you're doing in life. That, like, sometimes we put ourselves down because we feel like we should be in a certain place in our life or have a certain amount of numbers in our bank account, and we could put ourselves down a lot, and we totally forget about all the hard work that we still do every day. So really commend yourself and recognize that, and slowly get to this point where you're handed that. So you know what? Money in May, the general vision is that's the general message for money this month. Yeah. I hope that makes sense. I hope that helps. If it didn't, leave a comment below. Let me know. If it did, let me know too. I'm open to feedback. I don't mind if something didn't make sense. Like, do tell me, But yeah, we'll move on to the next card now. So card number 2. Card number 2, we have the Tower. Not sure if you can see that. Some people don't like the Tower card, but I don't really think Tower card's that bad. I actually kind of like the Tower card. The illustration is very dramatic in this one. It's like lightning bolts striking. In my culture, experiencing lightning in a home like that, even though it looks very violent, in my culture, like, for someone to have a dream about this type of stuff is actually really, really a good dream to have about. Really represents money, actually. So if I was to, like, interpret this through my, like, own culture, then I would say it's a really great money card. But I don't like to say things too quickly. I like to ponder about it. So so Tower card from Tower. Excuse me. So Tower card. Okay. So the Tower card for a money general reading in May, it can really talk about a big change happening in your life. This change is something that happens kind of like unexpectedly, something you didn't expect to happen. It could already have happened to you, actually. It could have happened in like in the middle of April, and it's kind of like making you make these big changes, kind of making, like, revamping the whole thing. So it actually kind of goes hand in hand with this card a little bit, but sort of. But when it comes to money, like, so many of you could be in a business where maybe you feel like it's not going the way you want, and you're kind of just like, okay, we're totally changing I'm totally changing the look of everything, or I'm changing everything. I'm changing the products, or I'm quitting my job, or like, that's it. Like something very sudden and very drastic. And so with that in mind, it's kind of a good card to me, because I feel like in these type of behaviors, that's where a possible positive outcome can occur. Because when someone makes a huge change, then that means, something good's gonna happen, because you're really trying to make it happen. You're really trying to make this, like, kind of almost, I get the sense that you're sick of it, that you're tired of that. And like, yeah, you're like tired. Like, you're like, you know what? No, like I need to like do this. I need to make it happen. Like seriously, like I like that kind of attitude. And then it's like this energy, this spike of lightning strike energy that you've gotten. It might have been very. It might not feel positive. Maybe you're doing this out of anger or something a little bit. Possibly for some of you, not all of you. Like maybe something a little bit negative happened to make you feel this way. Or some of you can just be a spurt of energy. Like you feel like now's the time. Like I need to make a change. I need to make something happen. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like it's almost like your walls are crashing down in a good way. It's kind of like, okay, yeah, you worked really hard for this tower. You built a home. You built something, and now you feel like it's crashing down. But it's almost like kind of like you have to have it. You want it deep inside. You kind of want this. It's like I need this this makeover, this whole reconstruction. Just tear it down and redo it all over, fresh start. And I'm not too sure what that could be on, because it's a very general money reading. But you know, that's definitely related to sometimes even it's I feel like it's more heavily related to just, yeah, since it's so general, it's more so just how you want a new change. Like you're sick of how things are going right now. Like, so with money, obviously maybe you're feeling like the cash flow is too slow, and I'm sick of waiting and sitting around for an opportunity. I'm gonna make the opportunity happen now, because now's the time, because I can't wait anymore. Like I don't have a choice no more. I gotta make it happen. And you can make it happen. You will, because when it comes to this is a very it is kind of like a really destructive experience. It could be kind of very scary and very emotional and very shocking for some people who go through this. But it's kind of like what needs to happen. It's like it's almost like, so what? Like, who cares if this is scary? Who cares if this is so much? Like right now, I need to do what I need to do, and I want what I want, and I gotta make it happen. Mm-hmm. So that's why it's a really good card, because it gives you that energy, that like strength. It's like that hunger came back. It's almost like I kind of see it like almost like survival mode, you know, like you're hungry for that extra cash flow, whatever it might be, like getting a new job, starting a new business, learning something new, higher education, so you can make more money, like so you can get a different type of job, or maybe get a promotion in your job. Like you're ready, whatever it might be. Or even like selling some stuff that you don't even use anymore in your home, you know, like just selling things away. Like you're ready to do what you gotta do to get that extra cash flow. And if you don't really need extra cash flow, maybe your money's real good and it's like tight, it's on point, then that's fine too. But this is also, I mean, I'm not saying that's fine, that's great, but what I mean is with this card, how it relates to you is more so that like, how do I explain? It's almost like maybe your passion for something comes back, for creating something. Maybe you decide like, I want to start creating things, or I want to make money in a place that's more fulfilling for me. You know, I know I've heard stories many times. People make, you know, huge amounts of money a year. Like they make so much money, but then they quit their job and they go into teaching, or they go into something very fulfilling for them, and so it becomes not about money anymore. It's kind of like that change, something very creative. Like, so whatever the general is, that's this spark. Maybe many of you already has it, but for most of you in May, it's gonna like strike you fast out of nowhere, and it could be from a good or bad experience. I really don't know, but to me, this is a good one, because this is a huge lightning bolt of passion and energy again. that just hits you. So I'm happy for you in that sense. I'm happy that you can get the energy back, you know? And that's, yeah, nothing really much else to say about that. Okay, so we'll move on to the last card, the third card right here. And we have the moon. We have the moon for the third card. Okay. You know, you could really take a look at the illustration. There's a lot going on there. You know, you can interpret this yourself if you feel like it too. But, you know, definitely you're here because you're here to have someone else interpret. So, but I do encourage people to always interpret it themselves. Sometimes the message comes out stronger for them that way. So, let's see. The moon, May 2018 for money. The moon. What are the messages? Okay. Well, I feel a sense of fear. There's a lot of worriness and fear and anxiety right now related to money this month. Or maybe, yeah, some sort of fear and worry about. Let me think. I feel the moon is here, but why? Okay, well. Okay, well. So, right off the bat, not right off the bat, but what I feel is there's a lot of fear and confusion. It's kind of like you're asking yourself, like, I'm still here. Like, maybe this is kind of harsh, but it's kind of like the feeling of, like, what have I done with my life? Or what am I doing here? What am I doing with my life right now? I need to be here, but I'm still all the way here. I need to be, you know, more financially stable. I need this. I want that. You know, how come I don't have this yet? Like, what did I do? Like, kind of like this. And the fear comes from the self-doubt and the unsureness of the future. There's a lot of very afraid and worried about the future. And I don't know if this is true. This may not be for all of you, but if that's the case, you know, I could empathize with. I can understand. Because I have a sense of real fear and just kind of a little bit overly emotional and was just so worried and just so like, yeah. You know, and the message is asking you to stop doing that. If you're talking really negatively, you're having all these self-doubt talks to yourself and putting yourself down, it has to stop. Like, it has to stop this month or now as you're watching this. If it applies to you, if not, great, continue to do you. But if it does apply to you, then definitely learn to stop putting yourself down and stop being so hard on yourself about everything. I mean, this is a money reading, but yeah, money and just everything in life. For some of you, this could be a message that if you are in business or if you're working and maybe there's a big deal that's going on, like maybe you have a contract that's going to be signed, or maybe you have an offer that you have to kind of contemplate on. This is asking you to really concentrate on your intuitions about something, listen to your inner voice, and really concentrate on what your decision will be, because your intuition is very, very strong right now. The moon always talks about strong intuition, so even like how I talked about self-talk in a negative way, like putting yourself down, that's very strong too, because your intuitions are strong. So if you're self-talking yourself negatively, then it's going to come true because you're so powerful in that sense. So really be careful about what you're thinking. Get the negative out and start putting positive in. Only positives, you know? And so yeah, a lot of you is really asking to pay attention to your intuition about things when it comes to business and money. You know, it can also ask if you are dealing with somebody in money, like maybe at work, there can be a lot of so maybe someone really annoying, a coworker is kind of bothering you. I get that sense too. Some kind of coworker might be really bothering you. But don't worry, that's gonna blow over this month. I think they're gonna kind of, there's a saying, like when someone's tail is too long, you get caught. So eventually they will get caught on their own, because when someone's being sneaky or annoying, their tail's gonna get caught, right? So don't worry about that too much anymore, if that's the case for some of you. But when it comes to money, this whole worry and this whole self-doubt has to go out the window. Right now is definitely a time to be kind to yourself, pull yourself back up, and kind of survey what you should do in this situation. Maybe you're in a money trouble because of somebody else. I think maybe for some, maybe you could be dealing with somebody who you're sharing a account with or bank account with, and maybe it's not even your fault why there's money issues, it's their fault. So if that's the case, then really, I know it's a really difficult situation. Maybe you feel like you don't know how to approach them in this matter. But the answer to that is to be calm about it and to kind of let the tail be caught on its own. But obviously, if money is a real big issue, a decision has to be made right away in order for the best outcome. Then of course go with it. You know, sometimes there is a big decision that has to be made, and this card does ask to contemplate for sure before you make that decision. So yeah, it could be a lot of people need to maybe snip somebody out of a bank account. Maybe you're sharing a ATM with, like a debit or credit card with somebody, you know. Maybe you need to stop sharing it with them, because maybe that money sharing that's going on is hurting the relationship, whether it's friendship, siblings, romantic, you know. It could be hurting the business, the friendship. It's making it awkward, all this money sharingness. And so maybe it's been really difficult for you to handle. But the overall message for May and money is to not self-talk, to not put yourself down. Don't make yourself feel bad because maybe you're not at a place where you want to be at. You have to recognize that you've been working for it. And just because you don't have, you know, I always say, like, you know, everyone's climbing up a mountain to reach a goal, right? Whatever that might be. In this case, maybe like a gold coin, whatever, because it's money, right? And then people, they get really upset themselves because they're not at the top of the mountain yet. You know, they don't have that gold coin. But then we have to always remember that, you know, you're climbing the mountain, right? You're in the middle of it, wherever you are on the mountain. Like, you have to recognize that you're going up there, that you're climbing up, you know? And you have to commend yourself and be nice, be kind to yourself. And really commend yourself for, you know, you're on the way, aren't you? So you're working for it. So don't put yourself down, even though other circumstances might make you feel that way. Don't put yourself down about that. If you keep continuing like this and keep putting yourself down, then money won't want to be with you. But if you work hard and you stay positive, then money wants to come to you and it will stay with you. So the message is to keep positive and keep working hard, and, you know, whatever that might be. Maybe you need to learn something brand new. Maybe you want to start selling products online. Maybe you want to go back to school so you can get a better job, or maybe you want to work for that promotion, or maybe you need to work on yourself in order to make more money somehow. budgeting, managing, you know, stop spending on unnecessary things. People, especially people, don't spend on unnecessary people. If that's the case, people don't need you to take care of them. If they do, then teach them how to fish. Oh yeah, teach them how to fish, right? Don't go fishing for them all the time. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh man. Oh, I hope that's not the case, but I do get that vibe. As some of you are kind of stuck in a rut with somebody, and if that's the case, I think you know what to do. You know what I mean? Oh, I'm sorry if I blabbed too much about this moon card, but I guess I had a lot to say about it. Yeah, so that's the reading. I hope it made sense. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, do let me know so I know to make more videos in the future. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.